Hello everybody and welcome back to the series of Iron Man every single Fire Emblem game. Today we'll be continuing our journey through Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War. We are actually going to be starting the final chapter, which is very exciting. We are very close to the end of the game. The final chapter looks pretty long and daunting, which makes me kind of excited. But we finished chapter 10, which means we have to recap it. And chapter 10 was actually fairly short. We did defeat one of the sort of big bads of the series. So we'll talk about him a little bit later, but yeah, so let's get started with where we are now, which is in Miletos, which is, as you can see, just south of Granville. We're heading down here for starters. So we came over from Thracia. We've now dealt with Thracia, which again was basically the only ally of the Empire, of the Granville Empire. So now we need to defeat Granville, and we're starting in Miletos. So Miletos is this place that used to be sort of like an independent nation with like a lot of trade and stuff like that, but it's since been controlled by the Empire, just like most places, and it's been pretty horrible with child kidnappings and stuff like that. I don't know if I've mentioned this too much, but basically the Lapterian Church, which is now sort of infiltrated or has the power over the Empire, is basically kidnapping children and sacrificing them to its dark god. I'm not really sure how many times I mentioned that, but it's not great. It's worth mentioning again because it's not amazing. So that's part of the reason that we really want to liberate all these different areas. It's also the best way to get to Chelphi, which you can see in the north here, which is obviously where our heritage is. That's where we actually started our journey and where Sigurd has his roots. So anyways, we're starting down here. You can't really see the name of this place. In the translation patch I was using, it is called Hurluk, something like that, but we're starting here. Our first issue is going to be out here in Kronos. This is commanded by Queen Hilda. Queen Hilda is the wife of King Bloom, who, if you remember correctly, we defeated back in Leinster. He was the commander of Northern Thracia, so she's not too happy about us. Although, as we learned from some of the townsfolk, she is pretty horrible individual. And immediately we see some kids. So this is Fa from, is it Fa? Yeah, Fa from FE4. I was trying to get a kid sprite, but this is the best I could come up with. So Fa is just going to represent some kids for us. Basically, she's kidnapped some kids, ready to sacrifice them to, or at least send them off to be sacrificed to the Lapterian Church, but they managed to escape. And so Self needs to get over here really quickly to save them. Now over here in Rada, which I believe is... Oh, that's right, this is Rados. I was calling it Rakdos, which is a magic thing. But in any case, it's being held by Morgan. Okay, so this is actually Morgan from, which is, I believe, a player character in Fates. Oh, no, this is Awakening. The actual person here is named Morgan, and I couldn't find a picture of him. So, whatever. The point is, this is a general. I believe he's like a leader of the Lapterian Church. So he goes to this guy, who is a general of Granville. His name is Riddell, and he's basically like, look, I need your help. You need to go do something for me. And Riddell's like, finally, I'm so sick of capturing children. I want to go fight like a true knight. What do you want me to do? And Morgan's like, I want you to go capture some children that have escaped from Kronos. And he's like, mother. But he's like, fine, I'll do my duty. I will do what I need to do. So he rides out towards Kronos. Selif starts his journey, rides down here. He defeats Riddell, saving Fa and the villagers, which is very nice, obviously, and then defeats Queen Hilda, who does not die and teleports out, which is a common theme that we've been seeing. This happened with Ishtar, with Arion. There's some people that have been teleporting out of our clutches that we're going to be seeing in the final chapter, very likely. So she escapes. Once we take Kronos, we head down here to Rakdos and defeat Morgan, taking Rakdos for our own. Now, up here in Miletos, which is of course the next place that we're going to be going to, we see a few new faces, a few old faces actually. Here is Julius. Here is basically a person from the Lapterian Church. We have Arvis. This is, I don't think we've seen Arvis at all yet. Arvis obviously was pretty important in the first part. And then we have Ishtar down here. Now, Arvis initially goes to Miletos and is like, look, you need to free these children. I am really sick of these child hunts. I'm trying to stop them. I'm not okay with what's going on here. And Ishtar's like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think Julius would be okay with that. And Julius shows up and basically puts Arvis in his place. And so we get a lot of information on sort of the dynamic between Arvis and his son Julius here. I believe Manfroy also shows up here a little bit to speak with Arvis and Julius, but actually, okay, just had to make a quick cut there because I actually completely forgot about the fact this conversation has a little bit to do with Julia, and as I said, Manfroy is actually present for this and yells at Arvis. We were talking about the dynamic between Julius and Arvis. It seems pretty clear at this point that when Arvis became emperor, he had sort of idealistic or altruistic goals of sort of peace in the entire continent of Jugdral. But when he had his kid in Julius, who seems to kind of be the reincarnation of the dark god Lopter, we even see in this chapter that he has the holy weapon of the Lopterian church. He's basically put Arvis in his place, and Arvis understands that he cannot fight against Julius, and so he needs to just do whatever Julius says. And that's why the child hunts have been happening, even though Arvis attempts to stop them here and would like to stop them in general. Julius also mentions here that he murdered Deirdre, who of course is the mother of Julia. We could have probably figured that out pretty easily. Tried to escape with Julia and did protect her. Of course, Julia wound up with us, but Deirdre was killed by Arvis, and he's planning on killing Deirdre again. So Julia's not here right now. She's up in Granvale somewhere, but the point is she's pretty important to what's going on here. So Julius and Ishtar, who seem to have some kind of relationship, they like each other in some way, basically say, Arvis, look, I'm going to kill Julia if you don't go up and defend Kelfi, so go do that, and me and Ishtar are going to have some fun fighting against Seliph. Manfroy also leaves at this point. This guy who is currently in Melitos is Zagum, who again is just basically a commander of the Lopterian Church. Seliph heads up here and defeats... You can actually defeat either of these people, but as we'll come to find out in the final chapter, Julius is not very easy to defeat. So it's likely you'll defeat Ishtar, and Julius decides to leave and rescue Ishtar after you do that. So Seliph heads up here and defeats Zagum, saving Melitos. So now he needs to head across this bridge to Kelfi and finally defeat... Sorry, that was Sigurd. Finally defeat Arvis. He obviously has a pretty personal attachment to defeating Arvis, given that Arvis did betray and murder his father. But Arvis, we just saw, was trying to stop the child hunts. So he doesn't... It seems like he's pretty regretful of what he's done. Not only that, but we meet this man, whose name is Pelmark. He is sort of a steward of Kelfi at the moment. He has a relationship with Seliph and Seliph's bloodline, Sigurd, the like. And so he actually gives Pelmark the Tyrfing, which is the holy weapon of House Chelfi, and he says, go give it to Seliph. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go try to do that, although he heads this way, which is a bit odd, but don't worry, we'll rescue him. He heads that way with some children, who again Arvis is trying to save from the being murdered by the Lopterian Church. Manfroy's gonna show up again and basically just reiterate, look, I don't like what you just did, but if you don't fight Seliph with every fiber of your being, I will kill Julia. And Arvis is like, fine, whatever, I'll do that. So Arvis is obviously a pretty tough individual. He wields the holy weapon of the Fala house, which I believe is called Fala Flame, which is not easy, but Seliph manages to go up here and rescue Pelmark and the children of Chelfi, finally receiving the Tyrfing, which again is the holy weapon of House Chelfi, and then eventually manages to defeat Arvis, which again is sort of our first big bad that we were finally able to defeat and avenge our father. The final thing we have to do, or you can do, is go down here and talk to what are essentially the Force Ghosts, if you've watched Star Wars, but basically they're just the remnants of his mother and father and Deirdre and Sigurd. Honestly, they don't say too much. In fact, Sigurd says some sort of classist stuff about the commoners, which is classic Sigurd, but they're very, very happy and very proud of their son. They say some generic stuff about trusting your friends and that kind of good stuff, and Seliph gets to, I guess, meet with his parents, which is nice. But it's not over yet. We have taken, we've taken Chelfi, which is amazing. But obviously, as you can see here, we still have a decent amount of Granvale, and specifically Valhalla, still to take. And we have not fought Julius. So the next step, of course, is taking back Granvale. Hopefully we can rescue Julia, who was, again, captured by Julius. And hopefully we can defeat Manfroy and Julius, along with Ishtar, who seem to be the big bads left for us to defeat. Okay, one more really quick thing that I want to mention, and I just totally forgot to mention, is Arvis and Julia's relationship. Now, I mentioned that Manfroy threatened to kill Julia if Arvis didn't fight Seliph, but the question, of course, is why would Arvis care if he has no relationship to Julia? But Arvis, you know, even though what happened with Deirdre in Generation 1 was pretty shitty, he did truly love Deirdre, and so Julia, of course, being his and Deirdre's daughter, obviously makes him feel a pretty close attachment to her, especially considering the fact that Julius murdered the love of his life, Deirdre, and Julia is obviously their offspring. So the reason that he cared so much and she was so important to him is, of course, because she is his daughter, and Deirdre fought to protect her. So pretty important for sort of his motivations there. I figured I would throw that in there. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that story recap. There's actually only going to be one more story recap because we are on the final chapter, which is very exciting. Now, as I mentioned before, I think this chapter is going to be quite long. So, I don't know how many parts this is going to be, but I'm really excited to start it. Anyways, let's get right into it. So, Seliph's long journey is drawing to a close. His army's victories are a beacon of hope to the Empire's victims. And a wave of further rebellion sweeps across Jugdral. Weird that this is on the... Looks weird in the camera. First, Celise was wrestled back from Imperial control by its citizens. And soon after, Augustria's people flocked to arms, burning to fight for their country. But Granville itself yet stands. Duke Brian of Dozel and the Axonites of the Grunritter, Duke Scorpius of Zhongbai and his elite archers of the Bijenritter, and Frisia's Queen Hilda and the war mages of the Gelbenritter stand between Seliph and the capital. Valhalla itself lurks under an eerie silence as Ishtar and the enigmatic 12 dead lords lie in wait to defend Prince Julius himself. The 12 dead lords! Over a year has passed since that fateful first battle in Isaac. The tragic struggle, pitting kin versus kin, wears on, splitting the 12 crusaders between the light and the dark. So begins the final holy war. By the way, I just want to mention this because I feel like I'm a Verdane apologist and the game most certainly isn't. We didn't mention Verdane at all. Augustria, Celise, all these wonderful nations are you know, starting their rebellions to fight against the Empire. Where's Verdane? What's happening in Verdane? We don't care. They're just being idiots. Father died, you say. The Emperor had long served his purpose. Your Majesty, he was little more than an obstacle to your ambitions. He had to die. I almost feel sorry for him. All his life, he was your tool, Manfroy, only to be thrown away so casually. All in your Empire's name, Your Majesty. Arvis, man, I know Manfroy's like a total piece of shit, and so is Julius, but I wish I had a person like Manfroy helping me out. This dude he's something. Arvis was a lost cause. To think he, a man of Lopter's blood, dared to challenge the revival of the Empire. The righteous heart of the Crusader Vala burned too fiercely within him. It was only a matter of time until he turned on you. I know. Now then, I hear those rebels have stumbled as far as Kelfi. Are our defenses really that pathetic? Rest assured, I've already tasked Edda's Bishop Radan and Brian of Dozel with purging Kelfi of those vermin. You've no need to worry. Oh, is there somebody of House Dozel? Isn't House Dozel the Lex house? I was mentioning before that the axe, the holy axe, never gets seen in Generation 2, but I might be wrong about that. I was just assuming that we wouldn't see it. Oh, now that I'm looking, what happened to the? I may have hold on a second. I was just thinking that this looked different. I may have accidentally deleted. Hold on, give me one sec here. How do I get to my recycle? I figured that would get me there. Oh, did I get rid of that too? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I am not a... This is not a professional... Oh my god, this won't close. Okay. Do you like the way that looks? Hold on 1 second here. Oh god, I don't even know what image it was. Really should have done this before I started recording, huh? Could cut this out, but no, this is much more interesting to keep in. Is it this? No. Is it... Let's just... Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. What about this? No. Ah, there we go. Okay. I'm sure that was very exciting. I deleted the background that I always use. Could have just found a new one, but you know what? That was much more interesting to watch, right? Anyways, don't I now where's Julia? I don't even remember what's going on in this conversation anymore. She awaits her end in the dungeon. You there, bring us Princess Julia. Ah, Julia, it's been a while, hasn't it? Tell me, do you know who I am? Julius, my brother Julius. Oh, so you do still remember. I can hardly believe 7 long years have passed since you slipped away. Aye, that night is seared into my memory, clear as if it were only yesterday. Haha, good. I trust you remember your mother's final kindness as well. No, what are you? That night, the night Manfroy came with that eerie black tome, nothing was ever the same again. My real brother, the kind and caring boy I once knew and loved so, died that night. In his place stood a demon of terrifying power, my brother in name only. Oh, so he didn't get turned into the, like, Loptirian dark god until the tome was given to him. You monster. You take my mother and my brother from me. Who are you? What are you? Why must you torment us all so? I am the heir of Loptir's kin, the inheritor of his limitless power. This world belongs rightfully to me. And you, Julia, you are the heiress to the power of Naga, my eternal foe. I cannot allow you to live any longer. Hold a moment, your majesty. I believe I have use for this little girl's power. If I may, spare her and leave her to me. Using Naga's power to serve me? Interesting, very interesting. Very well, I must return to Valhalla. Julia is yours, Manfroy, but be warned, be extremely careful. Even a single mistake with her could cost me dearly. Yeah, if they were a little smarter, they'd probably just kill her right now. But, you know, I don't mind. His Majesty's issued his command. Priest and sellsword units, defend Edda itself with your very lives. Cavalry unit, move in on Chelsea. Reclaim our land from the rebels. Oh god, we're like surrounded by dark bishops. This is it, Seliph. The final holy war begins now. A holy war? Yeah, that's what this is. Julius descended from Loptirian royalty, and he's been working to revive the Dark Empire. No matter what it takes, we must stop him. It feels as if you know everything, Lewin. I'm beginning to feel left out. Please, what in the world are you talking about? Yeah, sorry about that, Seliph. I know there's a lot I've not been telling you. I spent over a decade on a journey to figure out the truth behind all this, and I'm finally onto a hidden bigger picture here. The bigger picture? It seems the old Loptir Empire's founder, the Bishop Gale, dedicated his youth to a world-exploring voyage across the seas. He desired nothing less than to drink the blood of a legendary beast. Yeah, that's a common desire. Even a single drop, he believed, would bestow upon any human limitless power. Do you mean the dragonkin of old? Couldn't be. Is that not a myth? You'd think so, but when Gale returned to Jugdral, he bore bizarre powers nobody else understood. With these powers, he set to work swaying youths across the land to aid his ambitions. Before anyone else realized, he'd raised a fell legion, unflinchingly loyal to his cause. Where then does Loptir enter the tale? Odds are Loptir was a dragon himself. Every last one of Gale's heirs was born the blood of the dragonkin. The dark power Loptir's kin command are nothing more than the dragonkin's powers. And what of the Crusaders? I'm sure you know how the legend goes. The gods descended upon the 12 warriors of the old liberators at the fortress of Darna. But, sorry, Seliph, but this will have to wait. The enemy's just about on our doorstep. Yikers, bikers. Okay, well, this is the final chapter. We are basically just in Grandvale at this point. We have a whole silence, Fenrir, silence. Very nice, love that. Down here we have Fenrir, silence, Fenrir. Okay, beautiful. And then up here, it looks like, so that's closed. There's a village up there we can visit. And then over here, we have Roberto. And it looks like a little army. And then we have Boyce. Oh my god, he has 26, he's 72 HP, 26 strength, and 27 speed. He also has soul. Jesus Christ. Okay, he looks pretty scary. And then Jephael, who honestly doesn't look that scary, to be completely honest. And this is Edda. And that's the first thing that we need to take. Now, are there any important conversations that we can potentially have? Oh god, there's so many. Arthur can talk to Tinny, nobody cares. Tinny can talk to Seliph. Oh, a lot of these have to do with who's partnered with each other, but nobody's really partnered with anyone. Actually, Seliph is partnered with our healer. Can I do anything with that? No. Oh my god, there's so many. Jesus Christ. Yeah, most of these have to do with whether or not people are partnered together, and honestly, not very many people are. So we're just gonna say we don't care. Now, as far as the arena goes, obviously the arena is still extremely useful for us, even though most of our units are capped or pretty close to capped at this point. But we still really care about money because obviously we want to use our legendary weapon, our holy weapons, as much as possible. So we're still going to do the arena with everyone, even though, again, I think most of our units are about capped at this point. And we'll obviously use the non-holy weapons. Yeah, as I said before, this chapter is pretty long. So there are 4 bosses we have to fight right now. There's the 3 that we looked at. Oh, there's Radahn, who I didn't even look at. So there are, yeah, a ton of bosses already. Once we move on to the next one. And this isn't even to mention the 12 Crusaders at the very end that we have to fight. We fight Manfroy here. We have to fight Hilda again. We, of course, fight Julius. We have to fight Ishtar again. There are a lot of units. You know what's interesting, though? Hold on a second. So, like I said, I don't know if there's anyone with the Holy Axe, but they mentioned that Arvis, because he had the Holy Fire Tome, was still kind of a good guy because he's one of the Crusaders. But Ishtar, who has the Holy Lightning Tome, is very much not a good guy, which is interesting because you'd think that she would at least have some part of the Crusader in her, but I guess not. I suppose both Bloom and the guy that who is the guy that had it, Reptor, were also very much not good guys. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, at first I thought it kind of seemed like Ishtar was just sort of like being forced into stuff, but the last couple times we've seen her, it really does not feel that is the case. Okay, Shannon, you're gonna have to either dodge or stop running into Pavice if you're gonna beat this guy. Okay, it's a good start. Or proc Astra, or that, whatever you just procced, that's fine. So 40 minus 20, okay, so we just have to hit one more hit. We can take another hit. Sick. What's the final fight? It's got to be tough, right? Zeus Emperor with the Earth Sword and the Pursuit Ring. Well, the Pursuit Ring, who cares about the Pursuit Ring? He's not fast. I feel like we should be able to do this. I don't think the Earth Sword has that good of hit. Okay, and it doesn't deal that much damage. Although he will heal off of it, which is unfortunate. But one Astro proc and we should be able to do this. Okay, he's now missed 4 attacks in a row, 5 attacks in a row, 6 attacks in a row because of Pavise. Then I get hit again. Bro, that's like 8 attacks in a row. Bro, what is happening? Oh my god, that was insane. I can't believe he almost lost that. What was that? Okay. That's really good because we didn't have to use the Belmung at all, and now I have the money to repair the Belmung, which is great. I'll repair the Steel Blade. Maybe that's not worth it, but just in case I have to use it. I don't think Shannon needs anything. I mean, he is really strong, so I could definitely see giving him the leg ring, but there's no way that I can get the money over to him for it, so... Larcy, honestly, I think I'm just not going to go into the arena for. There's really no reason. Like, she doesn't need money, and she doesn't need levels, so yeah, for her, it's just completely pointless. Dermot, I guess you can try the arena a little bit, although honestly, the enemies are so tough at this point, I really kind of feel like he's not going to be able to do anything, but... Like, is he even going to be able to do this first fight? I guess he is fairly... I think I'm underestimating slightly how strong he is. Actually, part of Dermot is that in the past, his skill has been really bad, so this Silver Blade has been terrible, but his skill went way up when he promoted, so I actually think he's slightly stronger than I give him credit for, even though... Oh, and he does attack first, which means that he'll double this guy. Okay. Alright, maybe Dermot isn't as weak as I'm thinking that he is. Not bad. HP, skill, speed, defense. Yeah, very good. Very good level up. What's the next fight? See, this one I feel like it's going to be tough, but Dermot dying doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. And he'll almost definitely double me. I don't think I really have any tools. Is this what it feels like when I fight other people with my sword masters? They just attack a million times and have really good hit. Yeah, I feel like I've gotten what's coming to me. Oh well, it's fine. Again, Dermot is basically only here to give charm, so I don't really mind too much. Nana, I also don't know how much you're gonna be able to do. There is always the Earth Sword, but I'd like to not have to use that if I don't have to. This first guy's pretty weak. If you can say one good thing about both Nana and Dermot is that they have really good strength. Great level up. Love to see it. Again, both of them aren't really for combat. She can heal, but mostly they're both just for the charm ability. Also, by the way, I didn't realize this. Somebody mentioned this, so shout out to you, but if you do not pair up somebody with Sylvia, the generic child you get actually has the charm skill. And as I've mentioned this like 50 times, because charm's really has really become one of my favorite abilities, but I'm just gonna end this fight. May as well just not go to 1 health. There's no way I can do that. But what was it? I just completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, charm is extremely useful, and the generic child of Sylvia, which is the dancer, actually does have charm. So I think, as weird as this sounds, because I was pretty much on the plan of like, everyone should have, like, you should choose a father for everyone, because why not? I actually think in the case of Sylvia, it actually makes more sense not to, because charm is so useful, and having a dancer with charm, well, not the most useful, because usually dancing for people who then don't sit right next to you. Charm is so good because fighting a lot of these bosses is so difficult. Everyone's got a sword, so I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. Any more fights? Could crit, but I honestly don't care that much about one more level for him. Okay, Seliph. Okay, Seliph should do the arena. Although, does Seliph only have the Tearfang now? Oh. Is it worth it to use the Tearfang? Probably not. What does he all have? Oh, it's right, he has the renewal band. I forgot about that. You know what? Sure, why not? I think it will be worth it at the last couple of fights, but it probably won't be worth it for this one. I also don't think that I can crit. I don't know if that takes a use. I don't know if this is worth it. Well, whatever. It's cool to see him use the Tearfang. One of the nice things about Seliph is that he has the Thief's Band, so honestly his money situation is like kind of whatever. He's fine as far as money goes. And I think you should be able to basically do all of this. Two-shotting is pretty important too because it saves money. But again, his I'm not too worried about his money. Also, we'd have to get through 50 uses of the Tearfang, which I think will be okay. The only thing that's slightly annoying is that I don't know if it takes a weapon use if it hits Vice. Like, does that take a weapon use? I don't know. I don't know. So that dealt one. Oh, I forgot he has just a shitload of resistance. Self's resistance is incredible right now. That's right, we also have Faval. It's interesting that this guy's the Earth Sword. The Earth Sword does not seem that powerful. Oh my god. So he has, what, he has 38 resistance and 27 defense when he's using the Tearfang. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. How much is it going to cost to repair? 21,000? Yeah, I think we actually lost money on that. No, we might have actually gained money slightly. I don't know. Yeah, he's plus 25 res. Holy shit. Does Lana have an offensive thing? Oh, she has a shit ton of money. We should repair stuff. That's right. She's actually looking really good as far as money goes because I was having her visit all the villages. Oh, we have a speed ring randomly. Is there anything new? I kind of doubt it. No, I don't need recover. Okay, well, we can do at least a little bit of the arena. She should be able to do at least a little bit of it. So the only pairings I can think of, Larcy can talk to Johan to give him +3 strength. We can do that when seizing Dozel, so not yet. I think that's it. Can't think of anything else that we can do because the only other pairing I can think of is Seliph and Lana, but it doesn't look like Lana has a conversation like that. Because again, a lot of these are for are basically just for people that have partnered up, and we haven't really focused that much on that. Wow, Lana is really fast. She even doubles this guy. Lana's a beast. She also has 14 defense, which isn't amazing, but is not bad. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'll stop. Because then we're just not going to be earning money anymore. And maybe if Lana, like, needs money later on in the chapter, which probably won't happen, we can go back into the arena. Fee, what level's Fee? 29, okay. So she really has no reason to go into the arena either, but we may as well get her to 30 right now, because why not? Feel actually be really useful, especially here at the beginning, because she'll be able to fly up and kill the annoying dark mages. Although the dark mages behind us, I feel like we can probably just not care about. But maybe have to worry about them later. I don't know. But again, let's just get her to 30, and then we can not worry about her. It's not like she needs money for anything. Wait, Nana can talk to Ares if they're lovers? Isn't Nana like Ares' cousin or something? Because Nana is the daughter of Loxus and Ares is the son of yeah, they're cousins, aren't they? Is that weird, or is that just me? I'm pretty sure those two are cousins. Unless I'm just totally missing something, but I'm pretty sure that Nana and Ares are cousins, and they can apparently be lovers, which is a bit odd. Oh no, I'm sorry. Lana can talk to Seliph. When seizing Dozel. Oh, she gives +3 resistance. He already has 38 or whatever. That'll be cool. Yeah, that's weird. I might be missing something there, but I'm pretty sure those two are cousins, and I'm not sure why they're allowed to be in love with each other. But you know, what do I know? Okay, said we do want to go into the arena with you because we want to repair your holy weapon. Sure, we'll do tornado. Trying to think if there's any other relations on the like lovers thing. I don't think so, because the only relations that can really happen is with Ares, because he's the like son of a brother to somebody that you can pair up with. I'm trying to think about Ethlin's kids, because Ethlin can Nana wind up with, because Nana would be the, oh no, sorry, not Nana, Altina would be the cousin of Seliph. So can Seliph wind up with Altina? Doesn't look like he can. That's the only other one that I'm thinking. Can't really think of another example, because most of the people don't have relations with each other. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only other one that I can think of, like I said. I mean, I guess Shannon... No, there's one more, right? Because Shannon's cousin would be Larcy and Ulster, but Larcy. So can Larcy and Shannon end up together? It doesn't... Larcy can talk to... Yeah! Wait, she can! Larcy and Shannon are also cousins. Because Larcy's mom is Ira, and Ira's brother is the father of Shannon. This game is weird. Apparently this game has no problem with cousins falling in love, which is a little odd. But yeah. Okay, so there's two cousin pair-ups that I can think of, which is Nana and Ares, and then Larcy and Shannon. I think those are the only ones that I think would work. He just triggered Pavise 3 times in a row. Bro, you cannot win this. Just let it end. Thank you. That's pretty weird. And if Seliph can end up with Altina, that's another cousin. But I don't know if that's true. In fact, it doesn't look like Altina has these kind of conversations with anyone for like stat boosters or for stat raises if she's paired with anybody on the final chapter. So my assumption is that she can't pair with anyone, but I don't know. What do you think the conversations... Unfortunately, we didn't have Larcy pair with Shannon, and we didn't have I say unfortunately, it's not unfortunate because it's weird, but I'm almost, actually we could still have Nana end up with Ares. I'm almost kind of curious to figure out what that conversation would be like, because it would be like cousins talking. Oh my god. I will say these fights are pretty dull. I don't know why there's so many like emperors and barons and stuff. I feel like they're so boring to fight and pretty easy to fight. Bro, you gotta hit some of these. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna be here all day at this rate. Okay, and again, this is worth it because we want the money for Seti, even though he was capped on experience. That's Tornado. I'll repair Restore too because there's a chance that we want that. Oh, and also we don't need 2 magic rings because they are very much not mattering for her or for him. I don't know who wants the magic ring, but whatever. Don't need it on him. All right, Faval again makes sense to go into the arena just because he wants to repair the Ufel. So I'll use that. Maybe I should actually buy the Brave Bow, but whatever. Silver should be fine. He's pretty strong. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Maybe there's another cousin that I'm just not thinking of. I can't think of any of like the mothers and fathers that have relations though in the first generation other than the ones that I mentioned. And you would need that, obviously, to have that possibility. Oh, I thought that's a jam key. I'm like, am I fighting jam key? Oh, there's a section for glitches. This is kind of cool. Infinite movement. Place a character to protect the main castle. Rescue them with a rescue staff. Or Claude's conversation. Take them out of the castle. If you're protecting the castle, you will also be recovering HP every turn. It ends when you attack. Okay, that's weird. So apparently there's glitches. I will say, and this is why I'm looking at this, I do remember the last time I played this game, I'm pretty sure that there are some potential glitches that can like mess up the game. So I may be making save states here. I remember they removed this, and perhaps this translation patch has fixed it for Fire Emblem 4 as well. But in Fire Emblem 5, if you played an older translation patch, there is, on one of the final chapters, it's actually the chapter where you recruit Gulzus. The units that are around Gulzus, like the heroes that are around him, if you hover over one of them, like with your cursor, the game will just freeze, which is obviously not very good. Now, I think they fixed that because I think that issue wasn't there the last time I played it, like when I Iron Manned it the one time. But I do remember there being some issue in this game. Let me see. It doesn't look like it's mentioning anything about that here. You can buy the Belmung. In order to do this, you have to kill Shannon with Belmung equipped, then look for a unit with the Valkyrie staff, but don't revive him yet. Instead, press X, and then press L and R. There's a chance that Belmung will become an Iron Lance with 98 uses. Save and exit the game, restart it. Now Belmung will be available for purchase in the shop, but only someone with major Odo blood will be able to wield it. What the fuck? That's pretty cool. Dude, Favel, what's going on in this fight right now? Oh, I'm not doubling. How slow is Favel? What the hell? Did he just get hit by 3? All right, you know what? If you want to get hit by 30% in a row, then that's up to you, Fobble. I mean, who cares? We can heal him, and obviously I at least got the enough for the to prepare the U-Fall for now. Yeah, but I still might be making save states because, like I said, I'm not 100% sure about that. Can you? No, I think I'm like just off affording. Is there anything in here? You can take the other physic, I guess, because that way I can spam 2 at least. Ooh, actually getting him the magic ring would make a lot of sense. Also Paragon, but we are so far away from that as far as money goes. Yeah, Ares is the last person that I'll do at least a little bit of the arena with, because again, we want to repair the mistletoe. Yeah, but it doesn't say anything about the game just ending. Seliph initially has 2 leadership stars, but if you save the game in chapter 6, which is the first chapter of Generation 2, and you restart it, he will show up with 3 leadership stars. I think ours has 3, doesn't he? I mean, I certainly wasn't trying to do that glitch, but I'm pretty sure ours has 3, because we definitely saved the first chapter and then went back to it to finish it. So I think we unintentionally did that glitch. When you have a live or reblow staff, which is the physics staff, with 1 use, it will recover double HP. I did not know that was a thing. Pure sword for males. To make a male wield it, just break it, sell to the pawn shop, and then buy. Okay, I think actually somebody mentioned that in the comments, so I did know that you could do that. Let's go to the mistletoe. The problem with him going in the arena is that his other weapon is so shit with the Iron Lance. I probably should have bought him like some better sword a long time ago, but whatever. We'll just do the rest of the fights with the mistletoe. He's still trying to get experience, so there is reason to use the holy weapon, even though obviously we want to repair it in a second here. Okay. HP luck, not amazing. Alright, but again, it doesn't say anything about the game glitching, so hopefully we're okay. But it would not be great to lose all the progress that we've had. I do save states in between chapters, so if we do mess this up, we still have the potential to make it okay. But obviously I would like to not rely on that. Wait, what's enemies in your castle? I'm kind of curious about this one. Okay. If in chapter 7 and 8 you didn't recruit Tinny or Faval respectively, and if you don't kill them, they will show up in the next chapter as enemies, but inside your castle. Did he just miss a 96%? Bro, Ayers, you gotta figure this out. Thank you. Okay. You can send them to buy, sell, or fight in the arena, but when you take them out of the castle, they become enemies like any other. You can't control them, and you can't talk to them either. They will even prevent the rest of your units from leaving, as they will be blocking the entrance to the castle after sending them out. Well, that's pretty pointless. Okay, well, that's a bit odd. I don't really care about Hannibal going into the arena. I think we're good. I think we've done everything I want to do at this point. So, again, I don't think we have to worry too much about these guys. I mean, because they're, I think, probably tied to this castle. So once we seize this, they should just go away. We do have to worry about these guys, obviously. So let's start with you, I guess. How far can you go? Okay. Why don't we have you kill this guy? The Brave Sword, of course. Can you, where's my dancer? Can you get there? Okay. How much money does Lean have right now? 16,000? That's not a terrible amount. I like that she has Luna, which is very useful. As you said, is anybody mounted and has range? Nana kind of, but no, not really. Okay, let's just use said then. Just use 4 SETI, whatever. I think I'll keep his animation off because we'll probably be using him a lot, and I find that his like really big tome animation to be a little tedious. We've already seen it a lot by the anyways, so okay, let's move you out. Let's get Dermot out, but you don't need to like do that. Just go up there. I just want you in range because you two are the ones missing health. So I want Lana to go out here and fortify. We also have silence. Very important. Silence could be useful later on. So what exactly? Oh, you guys are really close. Oh, geez. I didn't realize I was in range. I mean, that should be fine. You have 18 speed. I have 2106. Although yours probably weighs. I think we'll actually just not double each other. Okay, we should be able to take out a lot of these guys next turn. I'm not too worried about it. So there should be a... Yeah, this is Radon. He is asleep. He doesn't look too scary, though. Oh, he's healthy. Well, that's good. He looks pretty old to me, but, you know. Okay, let's have you dance here. Not the most juicy dance possible, but fairly juicy. A solid amount of juice to be had. So unfortunately... Oh, no, I can shoot him. Okay. Is that going to be a problem for... Yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but who really cares? Nobody else can do that? No. What does this guy have? Is this a silence guy? Maybe I don't care about the silence guy. Maybe we just do this. Because that way that guy, the only other guy that person can attack is Fee. And that's not so bad. I'm trying to remember... I remember the last time I played this chapter, I feel like it was really difficult, but I'm trying to remember how that was. I think it was after I took this castle. I had a lot of trouble, like, with how it went. I don't really remember that well, though. So we'll leave the silence guy alive, which isn't great, but, you know, it is what it is. I think I'm going to fortify again. I could silence him, but I get the feeling that, like, Set isn't going to be able to do anything next turn anyways, until I, like, dance for him or something, so he'll be able to restore. Actually, Hannibal, I'm just gonna have you defend. Well, actually, hold on. Okay, that was not a good idea, but whatever, we can deal with that next turn. Oh, I forgot she was hurt. Shoot. Well, she's not in any danger this time. Oh, actually, I still have Carpri as well. Oh, I know I didn't mention, I just remembered this because I was just eating some turkey. I'm recording this the day after American Thanksgiving, and so this will be coming out Saturday, which will be 2 days after American Thanksgiving. But I know everybody doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, but to those who did, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. And to those who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I don't know. I guess I hope you just had a great day. But yeah, it was just American Thanksgiving. Yesterday for me, which was nice. Always nice to see family. And the Packers won, which are my favorite football team. They beat a team I was very surprised they won. Very exciting game. It's fun to watch. Oh shoot, this is bad. Okay, good dodge. The nice thing is that the like, even though the crit is the way that effective damage works, if it misses, it doesn't matter. So, but it's always fun to watch games with people that you don't normally watch games with, because most of my family is like fans of the Packers, but like pretty reasonable people, you know, they just kind of watch and enjoy. But my uncle is like a nutcase. Like, he's just like so angry every time something bad happens to them, and like he can't even watch the game. He has to go like pace around when they start to lose. They were actually never losing, but it didn't matter. It was pretty funny to watch, to be honest. And I thought, like, I think I get crazy when I watch football, so I like really want, you know, my teams to win. But man, my uncle is just a nutcase. It was fun though. And good to see family. Oh, this is actually important because these bishops are attached to Dozel, not Edda, which means that once we seize Edda, we're still gonna have to deal with these bishops, which again is important because it means they're not just gonna go away for free once we get there. But yeah, as I said, I hope everybody that celebrated it had a good time and all that good stuff. Ooh, actually, I wanted to check. See, he does have 3 authority stars, so apparently it's a glitch to give him 3 authority stars as opposed to 2. Again, that was not my intention. Obviously, if I was trying to min-max, I would do that every single time, but I was not aware that that was a thing. Wait, did you? Oh, I thought she dodged silence for a second. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, having another leadership star is pretty useful. I believe every authority star or leadership star is 5. Actually, is it better to not do that? Because we might need Fee in the 4. Well, I suppose I would dance for you. I'm trying to think of what the best dance is here. Maybe we like kill this guy. I don't actually know if that kills or not, but I'm just assuming that it does. Ooh, actually, I have to... No, we're good. Fee not only has the power ring, but also got the +5 strength from the conversation with Lewin, so she is good to go as far as strength is concerned. I'm no longer worried about her strength stat. How much movement do you have? Oh, you're not the unit I thought you were. Ares, you have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you should be fine to kill this guy, and then I'm just trying to maximize our units as much as possible because we want to kill as much of this army as we can. And if we leave the silence bishop alive, it's not the end of the world because he just silences somebody, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. The perfect amount of health. Okay, and then Seliph, I guess you kill this guy. One of my favorite things is when one of your units hits the enemy, it deals so much damage to the point where the game needs to like take an extra second. Like normally you go attack, right? But you go attack and then it has to wait an extra second because you're dealing so much damage that it has to calculate all of the damage that you just dealt. That is like, that I really love watching that. Definitely makes you feel good. Okay, so can I get a juicier dance? I guess I can have Shannon go up there. Dermot, I'm just gonna have you go like, which one is the boss? That's the boss. Okay, so I'm just gonna have you go like here because that way you'll pretty much be in what do you call it, charm range of everyone that's necessary to be in charm range of. You know what? I keep underestimating Dermot, to be honest. I keep thinking like he's just there for charm, but he's actually doing pretty darn good. And then Nana, I'm basically just gonna do the same thing with you. So Nana, I actually think is not very strong, but basically just get in charm range. Other than the Duke Knight that's up there in the north, we should be able to kill everyone this turn without too much issue. And I actually think we're gonna have so much leeway here that I can probably have Fee go kill the bishop without any issue. We should kill the bishop. It's just gonna be annoying if I leave him there. I'm also gonna have you. Why don't you just go in the castle? Maybe you'll still be useful later. I don't know. Probably not. You'll probably be useless. No offense. What level is Carpri? 8. Okay. So what is after this? Oh, we still have a little ways to go before we actually get to the next batch of units. So let me get Seliph in here. Actually, Seliph can just fight the boss on his own. I think it's probably fine. Deals like 6 damage. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Your head's gonna... going for a huge bounty, you know, no hard feelings, but die. Actually, you know what I was just thinking about? I do those chapter recaps, and if you watch them, this can't be. You know that I usually like to put all the little faces of all the little bosses when we like fight them around the map, which I like doing. But for this chapter, that is going to be kind of difficult. Oh, it actually looks like I probably... Oh, no, maybe not. Because there are going to be a lot of different bosses by the end of this chapter. So it'll be interesting to see the way that I do the chapter recap. Now, obviously, we'll be finishing the series here. So that chapter recap, I'll probably just... Because what I'm planning on doing is having all the other chapter recaps, basically putting them together and making one big long video for anyone who wants to watch the whole story. Which probably won't be the most coherent thing, just because the chapter recaps haven't been like... Well, I don't know how it's gonna look, but I'll probably just include the last one in that when I finally make that. But yeah, this is probably the only game I'll do the chapter recaps for. Like I've said in the past, I really like the chapter recaps, especially for a game like this that's a little bit more complicated with the story, because there's a lot of different houses and characters, and the chapters are really long. It's more difficult, I think, to do for other games, because you don't really want to do a like per chapter recap, because it would be so short and kind of pointless. Maybe you could do like an every 5 chapter recap. Or there are like arcs to games, arcs to the stories. So maybe you just want to do like a per arc. Like for Fire Emblem 5, for example, you could do a story for the first part of the game, then a story for like the monster escape portion of the game, something like that. I don't know. We'll see what I do in the future, but I have enjoyed doing the story recaps. I could also just do one final story recap for the entire story of the game. The problem with that is that it's hard to like keep it fresh in your mind. You know, the nice thing about doing these chapter recaps is that I do them after each chapter, so I'm like, it's very fresh in my mind, the chapters. Okay, for a second there I thought the game had glitched and we were just never gonna get to my face. I think it took forever. I'm actually gonna quick do a save state. There's probably a hotkey that I could use for that. Sorry, I know it looks weird. So when I do that, it doesn't matter. It's just weird with the full screen thing. But I'm gonna do a save state. I'm not trying to cheat, for the record. But again, I want to say that there's some potential glitch with this chapter, so. Okay, so what exactly do we have going on here? Bunch of mercenaries, bunch of bow mercenaries. Then we have, this guy actually looks pretty scary. So this guy is sleep with 18 magic, which is not that much. Bolting, meteor, bolting, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of bolting. What do you guys have? Sleep. Oh my god, how much, like... Holy shit! Okay. Who has... What is Sed's resistance? 17? So he can definitely get slept. Also, by the way, this magic ring is doing nothing right now because he only has 44 attack. Man, the rings are really weirdly glitched. We could rely on a void. Who has a lot of res? Well, Seliph has a lot of res. And good avoid. And a lot... maybe just Seliph. Problem with Seliph is that he doesn't have 1-2 range. Maybe that's okay. There's no way... Okay, maybe we just use Seliph. There's no way anybody's going to be able to do anything to him. Actually, I want you guys up there because I want you guys to give charm. So let's make sure we do that. We also have return, although I don't think we have warp anymore, but we have return, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to return to Chelfie at some point on this chapter, so we have that covered. I'm not worried about that. Because I think I took warp off of what's-her-face. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna dance for you because Sed is still... Unfortunately, Sed's res is Not the best. Can I like equip the magic ring somehow? Is that like a thing I can do? Your res is pretty bad, right? Yeah, 4. Not great. His is also pretty good, so Ares can be an option here too. Yeah, just keep spamming Physic. Giving Carpri levels is not that useful because he really never gets magic. Yeah, as evidenced by that. But potentially if we promote him, he'll get some magic then, so. Oh, I have to click something. This is a bit, no. Sorry, I'm just trying to, oh, okay, we're okay. Sometimes when I message somebody on Discord, it's just like, it just shows the message is like not being sent, and I'm like, okay, well. But usually if I restart Discord, it tells me the more accurate information. Okay, so how many people are gonna move? That's the question. Oh, actually, man, this was stupid. Okay, sleep is fine. God, there are so many goddamn status stabs. This is really annoying. I really hope this is going to be the most annoying part of this chapter, but I kind of doubt it. So many status stabs. So many status stabs and siege tomes. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. I don't know why. I'm not picking my nose if that's what it looks like. Yeah, we gotta be careful again with these people being in range of these. The nice thing is we have all the charms around here, but definitely have to be careful of this stuff. Yeah, especially with Dermot, because he really can't take these hits. I guess I didn't realize quite how far they range. The nice thing is that we have a few people with such high res that we can just start picking them off, but I really need to be careful with the people out here. Okay, the fact that it didn't move is nice. I might actually, you know what I might do? What is Fee's resistance? 16? I might actually just have Fee go back here and fight these guys. Because again, I think at some point we are actually going to have to go back there. Because I think the way this chapter is likely going to go, well, I guess that could open up, but I think this is going to open up, and down from Dozel, there's going to be like an army, which is fine. We can return somebody back here, but it'll be annoying with the Siege Tome guy. And the sleeps, the silences don't matter because obviously, you know, you could silence Fee, but it doesn't really do anything. So I think I'm going to do that. Now I'd love to kill Boyce. He has 27 speed. We have plus 15 speed, so I'm not worried about that with 60 attack. 60 minus 19, so we should be able to kill him. I suppose he could proc like Adept Crit Soul or something. That would be annoying. Just have to be careful, of course, of all these Siege Tome guys. On the other hand, I could just... I'd love to just kill him this turn if we could, but... Well, they're both asleep, but we can wake one of them up. 17 res? Yikes. Like, I just don't know if attacking him will actually kill him. If I knew it did, I would be a little less worried about this. But I'm slightly worried about who he'll attack. Especially with all the skills. You know what? What's my hit? 144, 59. So it'll be a good hit too, even without that. All right, let's just see what happens here. I have 100 hit. Whatever. I think we should be able to kill him. Must I waste my skills on such feeble foes? Such feeble foes? Bro, look down at the stats. Are you high? What fearsome foes? What fearsome foes? Yeah, all right. This guy's on crack. All right, that's good. Because not only is that leadership stars, but that's also a pretty scary unit we don't have to deal with. So I feel good about Sed just because his avoid is so high. And then I feel good about Ares because his res is really high. And we should be able to, excuse me, kind of rely on those three. And then specifically Ares and Seliph have pretty much free reign over all the Siege Tome guys. But Dermot and Nana need to back up a little bit. Dude, Dermot's got that dog in him. He just attacks until they die. You love to see it. Yeah, just back up a little bit. And then Nana as well, because I think her resistance is pretty crap. That's 10, it's not too bad. And then we'll have you kill this guy, because why not? Let's make a little wall. You do the same thing. Yeah, he's not in range, but I'm really not worried about. I don't think there's any way he dies. I just want to make sure you get a physic in, and then well, actually, with the physic, we should be okay. Like self 11 of health. Guess we can also do this. I actually think I might have Lana go back. Well, I really don't think she's in any danger of like dying. She attacked you. 30. No, we should be fine. Well, actually, Carpri, why don't you head back? Sure, just keep spamming physic. This will actually be good. And then if I run into any issues with her. I'm really glad that our fee is really strong, because you can tell, like, if you didn't have a strong fee, a lot of this would be a lot more annoying. The combination of a really strong fee, well, that's pretty much it. But if you had like really strong fee and then Altina, which we should have if I wasn't stupid, so useful. But fee has been doing really good work for us. Definitely one of our strongest units. Our strongest units of the second generation have got to be definitely fee, definitely Lana. She's been insane. Sed, of course, because whole Seti is just so good, or four Seti. Ares been pretty good. Selif's been insane. Larcy's been really good. Shannon, of course. We have just a bevy. Other than both of TLT's kids. Who's the other one that I haven't been using? Hannibal's been, pretty medium. Who's the other one that I didn't train? Can't remember. There's another unit that I didn't use, but I can't remember who it is now. I don't know. But yeah, definitely TLT's kids, and then whoever I can't think of. I might just turn animations off for a second here, because if they deal damage to Ares, it means they're all going to attack him over and over again, and that's going to get really tedious. It is crazy. I feel like this is such a good example of like Kaga game making. For those of you for anyone that doesn't know, and I'm not that familiar with Kaga and his stuff, but he made games, I think, up until 5, and he made Thracia, which is the next game, and you could tell like he's starting to get really crazy. Thracia to me is magnum opus, like it's just fucking nuts. But this game's pretty crazy too. Like just shove how many silence or how many sleep and like Siege Tome users do we have there? Like 10 apiece? Add a couple more, why not? What? All of our game testers are frustrated as hell and hate playing the game? Alright, we have something special on our hands. We really did something nice here, boys. Champagne for everyone. Alright, so like I said, basically the only safe people here are Seliph and Ares. Now we have a named guy, but he only has 18 magic, which is still not enough, and I kind of feel like he's probably just not going to move. Do you guys really all have Siege Tomes? We could actually just kill the boss. Should we just do that? That would certainly make things a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to start by... Well, actually, let's do this. Let's kill this guy. And that way we can dance. I'm gonna go back here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna turn off the animation. I'm sorry to anyone who really loves the animation, but for the moment, I'm just gonna turn it off because it's hella annoying. And then let's just make sure you're just kind of far back. Wait, I turned off the animation, but because Lean's animation is already off, it turned hers on? Is that what just happened? It's a bit odd. Oh, his is on too. Oh, I think I might have just turned the animations on. Wait, didn't I fortify? Oh, I must have just not fortified, I guess. I mean, Ares should be fine. I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, I thought So did I not turn them off? Oh, I had it on by unit. I see. Oh, you can't get to... Damn. All right, that's fine. We can kill him and then kill the boss next turn. At least we should be able to. I think it's going to be a lot easier if we just kill the boss in C's as opposed to going through all this annoying stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, her res is... Oh, her res is only 14. Yo, I thought her res was way higher. All right, whatever. We should be okay. Do. Every time one of my friends asks me to do something and I say sure, but I'm making a video, so afterwards, and then they always have to ask me, what video are you making? And I always have to say it's part infinite of my Fire Emblem whatever. It's like, it's always the same. I only make one kind of video. Like, it's always some Fire Emblem nonsense. But they always have to ask me that question. And then of course the typical jokes of, you know, filming porn or something, but you know, that's yeah, my friend just said OnlyFans, that's where the money is. I don't know about that. Well, I do think that's where the money is. I'll give him that, but I'm not sure that my OnlyFans would be that successful. But you never know. I have tinkered with the idea of some hot tub streams for Fire Emblem. Well, I don't stream anymore. I don't know how popular, because there's like hot tub streams. I don't know if there's like hot tub YouTube. I guess I don't know. There's got to be something with like people liking live streams of like hot tub or like, hey, foolish mortals, not but prey to the darkness. Or like, you know, people like that streaming live. Because obviously they're really popular, but I don't know how much of that is on YouTube. People like to spam chat with nonsense on those streams. There's a stream, I mean, there's a million streamers of you know, people doing stuff like that, but there's a stream of this person who like dates viewers, which I think is a pretty popular thing, but it is just like, it's the most like cringy thing possible. There's a sick part of my brain that likes to watch it sometimes because it is just something else. Anyways, back to Fire Emblem. Yeah, she looks to be in pretty good shape to defeat these guys. And again, I think doing this before we seize, although I'll probably seize this turn, which might get a little scary for Fee, but I'm pretty confident about feasibility, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I'd like to just seize this turn. I could keep eliminating these guys, but there really is no reason. All we're really doing... What the devil is happening? You! What have you done? All that's really happening over here is we're just wasting holy weapon usage. This is my damnation. Seems that way, bud. Oh yeah, and it seems like actually even Ares is level 30 now. Yeah. So there's really no reason to continue this. We can turn on the animations again, by the way, to watch this fight with the boss. Now, can he kill the boss? I feel like he probably can. 60. Oh yeah. Easy. You know what's funny is the boss's 43 damage seems really scary, but Seliph has 38 resistance, so it's not even that scary. Ah, Lord Julius, I crave your pardon. I crave your pardon? What's that mean? And for everyone, okay, so in the first generation, we did a lot of Sigurd killing bosses, and then I wouldn't seize. And people commented multiple times. I looked at everyone's comment. I know I'm stupid, and it was probably frustrating to watch me not seize. So I will finally seize using Kanto after defeating a boss. I will finally use that information. Edda, huh? Father Claude would be so happy to know his homeland is finally free. Father Claude gave his life for my father's cause, but his children... Oh, of course, Arthur and Tinny, you're gonna be great rulers for Edda. Oh, the game knows who Claude's children were, because there's no guarantee that the father's Claude. And after all they've been through, I know they'll bring a smile to the people's faces. Or the ruler of Edda could be like a person that's lived in Edda all their life and like, you know, has some nice ideas for how to rule a country as opposed to two children. But no, this is Genealogy of the Holy War, so everything is familial and everything is the royal blood being passed down. Not to get too political, but I'm not sure that Tinny and Arthur, sure, they're very nice people. I'm not sure they're better suited to run a country or a state than anyone else. But you know, what do I know? I don't have Edda holy blood, so okay. I'll probably end this part here. Oh, we'll see. But they're in Dozel. It's time, Fisher. Your unit will move in on Edda at once. I'll lead the assault on Kelfi personally. I'm pretty sure I've interchanged Chelfi and Kelfi a ton of times, by the way. Against the full force of Dozel's legendary axe knights, the Grunritter, the rebels stand no chance they'll drop like leaves. At once, my lord. By the way, I think my webcam has been like not so much in focus on the last couple of parts. I don't know what it is, but every time I start OBS, it reverts my webcam to the focus it had before, which like is not actually focused that well. So maybe OBS just thinks I'm ugly and doesn't want to focus on my face, but I fixed it this time, so I'll be more diligent about that. I think it's been pretty bad in the past, but... Oh, they're going around that way. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll probably end this part here. I actually have to go take some eardrops from my wonderful ears, and yeah, I think I'll just end. Maybe I'll record later on tonight and just add the parts together, but I don't know if I'll record tomorrow, so maybe I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, however much longer is in the video, that's how long the video is gonna go. So, but yeah, at least for right now, I'm gonna end this part here. So the next place we have to face is Dozel. I'm actually kind of curious. Before we end, I'm curious if the holy weapon is in anybody's hands. Because the holy axe, I feel like, is the one thing that's not been in play in Generation 2, and that's a bit odd to me. Like, does this guy have it? He does. Okay, so Hell's Wrath is still a thing. Okay, and he must have. I don't know who Brian is. I guess he must be the son of somebody. I don't know. It's a bit weird to just give some dude named Brian the legendary or the holy axe of House Dozel with near blood, but whatever. Okay, so the Hell's Wrath is still a thing in this generation. Okay, that's good to know. I was kind of curious. This guy looks pretty generic, and then seems like a lot weaker units going over here, so we could probably have somebody defend this pretty simply and then do that. But yeah, we're gonna save here. I'll do a save state as well. Good start to the final chapter. I'm thinking it'll almost definitely be at least 2 more parts, but we are getting pretty close to the end. So as always, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.